Yo, what's up, Cat? Hope all is well. Chilling out here a bit before the stream. I decided to warm up a bit earlier today. How's your day going so far? It is, what, Tuesday, right? Yeah. Happy Tuesday. Gosh, I swear, I turned on my... Like, I got back from the gym, and I was like, okay, time to stream. And, I thought I turned on my air conditioning. Not, so we're, be sweating this stream. I'm a fan of, like, really cold temperatures, and, I can handle the heat, but, you know, why handle the heat when you can just be in cold weather, which is nice. But yeah. Suffering on that front. And some lesson 3 work today. Awesome. Already getting into it. How's that going so far? Did you do the organic forms, or did you already complete that and head into the insect demos? Oh my gosh, the stream started. Shoot, I was busy warming up. I didn't even like realize. Oh my gosh, hello everybody. It's currently 7:30, August the 6th. Yeah, hope everyone's doing well. It's been a good Tuesday so far. Got some actually really good work finished with the app today. I did have to do one sad thing. We'll talk about it in a second. But yeah, congrats on starting and doing some lesson 3 work today, Kat. Hopefully we'll have some more people pile in. We can learn what they're going to be working on today as well. I have less than a week until I go back to my apartment. I'm going to have to disassemble my computer and clean it one of these days. So I think if I do that Sunday and take Sunday off, oh wait, no, because I'd want to take Monday off too, because that's when I'm moving down. So if I disassemble my computer once I get to my university, that'd probably be the best. So we're going to plan on streaming till Sunday, but let's not stress about that now. Let's pop over here to our warm-up of the day, and we can talk about the website a tiny bit. I'm so happy about this, guys. It was a lot, not easier, but a lot more doable than I expected. And I guess that comes with computer science being my major. All right, I've completed arrows and leaves so far. Gonna work on... Oh wait, sorry. Oh my gosh, that's less. I was talking about lesson 4. Yeah, lesson 3. Okay, you completed arrows and leaves so far. Gonna work on branches tomorrow. Awesome. I really... Oh yeah, I forgot that was it. But man, I really loved the leaves and a bit of the arrows too. Just coming back to the arrows. It's a very fun assignment. But hey, congrats, and yeah, get to take a break. Yeah, the branches, not so much, but it's different for everybody, right? You may thoroughly enjoy it. I cannot say the same. But yeah, it's just my line work isn't that good, and so, or wasn't. It's gotten better. But yeah, it wasn't where I wanted it to be for branches. So yeah, decided to do some intersections today. Use our new ideas that we discovered yesterday. I'm pretty sure I discovered that, or like thought about it in lesson 2, and it might have been in one of the lesson 2 streams. But yeah, in terms of the website today, got a majority of the UI fleshed out, and not only that, but one of the parts I was dreading, the big parts was, I'm not sure if this is what it's officially called. It's what I've been seeing a lot and what I've been calling it. It's called bidirectional information. So if in our little scene on our website, we move a box and we have a menu over here that shows the coordinates of the box, we want those coordinates to update. But in the same way is if we change these coordinates, it changes the coordinates of the box. And so I got half of that done. It's currently updating over here, which is really good. So now I just need to make it go back. And I'll have to figure it out, because like it's down to like 20 digits, like decimals. So like you can move it a tiny bit and it'll be like 0.1384484899, like a really small number. So I'll have to figure out a way to truncate that or just force a step. We'll see. But yeah, it works. I'm very happy. And also currently I have it so it continuously updates as you move it, but I think it'll only, I'm gonna make it so it only updates once it's placed, so you don't have to deal with like continuous updates. We'll see, right? Because it's just visual information, right? And no one's gonna be that accurate with my app, if anybody uses it, right? That's, I'm kind of operating under the assumption that people are gonna use this app. But I'm very excited. And then after this, I think the next part of the app I'm going to make is either a cube, a sphere, or a head tool. All of those having different little helpful things with it. The cube tool is going to be very similar, if not the same, as CubeBuddy from itch.io. But in my version it's going to project all the points or the vertices onto a flat plane of the box, finding the 3 that are closest to you. And then what it's going to do is it's going to work you through. There's going to be like a little slider button that you press, and it's going to show you how to draw the box from that position that it's in. So it's going to take, because let's say it's in this position, right? We know for a fact that these points are the closest if these are pointed away, which they are, because you can see the plane over here. So it's tilted towards us, so these are going to be the closest. It's going to project those onto the 2D plane, and that's how it's going to grab it. It's via this, right? It's going to draw these and say, okay, step 1, step 2, step 3. Project these outwards, and then do the exact same thing. Pick a vertice, go towards that vanishing point, etc. That one's difficult, and I may do the sphere tool next, or the head tool. Actually, I think I'll do the head tool, because that one's the most doable. That one, you'll just be able to adjust the FOV. It'll put a box around the head, a bounding box, so you can like do that. And it's gonna have different modes. So there will be a planar one, which shows you the planes of the face, a skull, an actual human face. There's gonna be male and female, and then something like that. Some other stuff. We'll see. I just have to buy all those models, and models get pretty expensive. Especially the highly accurate, anatomically correct ones. So that's kind of the plan moving forward. Now this is going to take over a year, yeah. Or maybe, hopefully. We'll see how school treats me, how much free time I'll have, which I doubt I'll have much because I have 2 very difficult classes this semester. So we'll see. I'm actually not sure if linear algebra will be hard. I mean, it will be difficult the most, but yeah. Does the website work on phones or just computers? So right now I'm designing it for computers, but what you can do, and I'll actually teach you guys how to do this right now. Let me just make sure I'm not like, let's go to drawbox.com. Wait, what? Okay, whatever. Okay, so hopefully this doesn't expose any personal information. I don't think it will. Come on. Why is my phone not loading? Okay, so yeah, I'm planning for it to be on computer, and technically it will work on phones, but I would highly recommend doing it on, wow. Just not loading, that's cool. I want to go on Drawbox on my phone to prove a point, but ironically... Okay, here we go. So, yeah, so basically your phone does some weird stuff into tricking websites into thinking it's meant for phones. But what we're going to do here is, here's my phone, right? I'll try to turn down the brightness so it isn't too glossy. That just made it worse. Okay, I probably just like did a face reveal right there. Don't zoom in on the frames. Okay, maybe we went high. Okay, that's a bit better. Okay, cool. So for phones, if it ever doesn't work, press the 2 A's up here. I have extensions and stuff, but then you just do request desktop site, and then it'll give you the desktop version of the site. Now I do plan for it to work on phones, but if it doesn't, I apologize. That's a good workaround. I'm very worried that I did a face reveal right there. Whatever. Anyway, so yeah, that's the plan. But the number one thing about the website is it's going to be permanently free. I don't want any forced ads, cookies, paywalls, anything on this website. Big proponent of freeware. Is that the right word? Basically open source, all that stuff. No proprietary technology. Yeah, I plan on expanding this website into making it basically Because right now it's called Cavs Tools. It's not the domain isn't up, so don't try it. I don't know what it would link to. Please be careful. Actually, I'm gonna Google that real quick. I'm interested. Cavs Tools. Oh, of course it's German. If there's a .com for this. Okay. Cool. So, it doesn't exist. Nice. But I'm not sure if I'm even going to buy a domain. It's going to be hosted off of GitHub first and foremost. But yeah, I plan on expanding this into a website with tons of tools, educational resources, stuff for artists that I'll develop over the years as I get better at art and as I get better at computer science. And then I'm going to make it an offshoot, basically, of the YouTube channel. And I don't want it to be something like New Masters Academy or Drawbox, but I basically want it to be a haven for free art education. Obviously no piracy or anything, but like, if I find something I like that I can make, I'll make it. If I find something I like that someone's already made and they're cool with it, I'll put it on the website. I'm too busy yapping, so my ellipses are kind of suffering. Yikes. Okay, let's focus up. Sorry, I'm very excited about it because this is all I've been working on for the past little bit over a week now. Night and day. I do stop to go to the gym, play games with my friends, go out with my family every once in a while, but I am happy, quite happy making this. Kind of like with my YouTube channel, I feel very different about this project. Because in the past, whenever I made Gmod maps, personal videos, whatever, it didn't really matter if I quit. But this time, not only have I somewhat promised people, but whenever I get that inevitable, oh, what if I just dropped out here, right? Would anyone notice? People could. You know, this could help people. It's not really that even people would or wouldn't notice. This could help people later down the line. I very, very much have the ability to complete it. And the fact that I'm choosing not to complete it right there is just me saying I'm too lazy, and to let my laziness deny people good tools or stuff, that's a disservice. Now at the same time, am I a bit too lazy to start on the lesson 3 video and the lesson 4 video? Yes. But we'll get there eventually. Man, leg days and back days, my ellipses, I say this in the past and I'll continue saying it, my ellipses are always just better. Liking the line work today. So let's do a couple more warm-ups. We're gonna actually do some intersection warm-ups, play around a bit, test out that new kind of theory we had yesterday. Just have fun. Screw it, guys, right? That's what Drawbox is for. Wait, why am I using it? Oh, I just, okay, wait. Pulled an old page. I forgot to pull out my, brush tools, so we'll do that eventually as well. I'm slowly getting more and more excited for New Masters. I'm gonna talk, because like by the time I complete Drawbox, I'll probably have some better connections. So I'll talk to people about how I should approach New Masters, streaming it, and all that stuff. Alrighty, so like usual, we want to start off with a pretty large form. Beautiful. This gives us not tons of room, but we can actually Because like we could do our funny wrapping form right there, but I want to do one of our like fun sausages that we're talking about and kind of our like segmented way of doing this. So for example, we trace around the top, right? We're like traveling around the top here. And the interesting part about this is we haven't defined the shape at all. So this could be a more flat section up here, or this could be extremely round. It's just kind of up to how we define it. That's one of my like pitfalls of the past, is thinking I have to sharply go over this line, when instead I can travel over very slowly and go like this. Because yeah, of course, if it's pointing right at us, it's just gonna be pointing right at us. But this thing has dimensions to it, right? If we want to drape straight like this, it's going to end up curving with gravity. So, for example, since we've like pseudo established that this degree is right here, we'll trace over. And I'll do it like right over here to keep it easy. Okay. Okay. A bit steep, but it's okay. And then we want to do this here. Cool. And then as we go out over here, we need to start thinking, okay, wait, I just realized, because we're going to have a really curved back, but I don't have enough room on the page, I don't think. Is there any way we can jump around that? Not really, is there? Yikes. Oh. Something like that. We probably shouldn't have run it off the page like that. But that's one of them. And so now what we can do, let me just keep adding more, why not? We could add one that goes from here onto this one, and it goes around the side of it. Because yeah, we know we're gonna have a, we'll reinforce this one just for the sake of it. There we go. Just kind of say, hey, we're in front. Just to kind of help us out too. And so from there, let's continue. So let's also be mindful in the future about that. We can go over here. I kind of want to do one that spans this though, so we can go like this. Here we go. This one could be fun. It's gonna go down here. And now we're gonna travel over this. So would we start over here? Because we're gonna go down here dramatically, yeah. So my assumption is that we're gonna start up here now and go like this. Big turn. This one should have been a much larger curving degree like this. Maybe that was a sign we shouldn't have made that line. So maybe we should have added like this right there. And that's just a convenient shadow. Delano, Kat was talking about the website that I'm currently working on, and also glad to see you, Sir Delano. Hope all is well. But yeah, basically, talking about if my website and the stuff on there, like 3JS, will work. And Planning for desktop, I've never done like mobile development before, so it'd be interesting. But yeah. Also, yeah, I included this here because actually of Tom Fox's book. Because doing just the contour, fine, whatever. But adding this single line right here indicates that there's like two forms there. So fun stuff. Also, Delana, we're doing a warm up right now. Just experimenting with like the kind of stuff we learned yesterday, and I'm super happy because so far it's somewhat working out. We can have one right here going like this, so traveling over this one. This one's going to travel up here and then in a bit, and this is going to go out like that. This can have a shadow. And we could have... I'm really tempted to do one trailing over the front of this. So let's do that. So that was not correct. It's because I started from that tangent. Maybe if I started from right here, it would have looked better? Maybe. That was incorrect, though. I guess for these, we could just do a simple like this. Just, that's a bit boring, right? I really like this. It's just where this went wrong is confusing me. Maybe we'll never see this line down here. We'll see this one because it goes like that. Like whoosh. But this one we're seeing the side of at all times. So if we ignore these two lines, in fact. Something like that. Who knows? Pull out our brush pens. Cool. This one's a bit tricky because if I wanted to do one over this, I'd have to come from this direction, unless I wanted to come from this direction, but there's so much going on. What if I did this one laying across both of these? That'd be bold. And stupid. So let's do it. So this one have one of those inward creases like this. Now, should it have been much taller? Yes, but we're still going too sharp on those corners, so let's just be wary of that. And let's see, this is curling downwards as we go away, so it's going to be like this. I'll just call it there. I think that's a good warm-up. I think I'm putting too much of my own style into these now. Or not even oh yeah, there's like stylistic choices happening with these creases, with some of these contours, just for easier visualization. I'm not sure if those are correct. Got up a fine liner, I could just do the smaller bits. I've been apartment shopping recently and I've been really wanting to buy like art stuff. Easel, not even easels, like just stuff to like, yeah. I was shopping earlier today for some posters and I found an artist on Etsy. Made these awesome drawings from Outer Wilds that I really want to get. But then there's another one who made digital art. So, like, they're both scans, of course, they're not like the original copies. But yeah, one's digital, one's traditional. I really like the traditional, but I also really love the digital one. The only problem with the digital one is it also, like, the artist does a bunch of video game stuff, and my biggest gripe is that the Outer Wilds one doesn't match with any of his other ones. Like, he has one for Journey, which I'd love, but it doesn't match at all. Meanwhile, the traditional artist, his match, like, he has like 9 of them, like a whole set. Actually, like, it's like 8 or 7 or something, because yeah, he has one for the Namai, and then one for each of the Outer Wilds adventurers. So you have Gabbro, Rybic, not Feldspark, because Feldspark is the old guy. Yeah, so choices. I think I'm gonna go with the traditional one, because it's not only that, but it's a lot cheaper. It's smaller though, but I could buy more of them. What that means, and then I could frame them. So I do have to pay for the frames as well, which is another aspect of it being cheaper. That autonomy does lend itself to some helpful creative choices on my part. I also want to go get some like really nice, not mood lighting for my apartment, but like calm lighting. I live with 4 other people, so most of the aesthetic decisions are left to me and me alone for my room, but hey, if I get to make those decisions for my room. Plus, I'm only living there for 1 more year, so I can't do any major stuff. The idea to me of like having a permanent place or like a semi-permanent place is just... I can't fathom it, like, put it simply. Not even like in terms of owning, because we all know Gen Z is not going to be able to own property. But what is it? Yeah. Cool. You're gonna learn how to draw digital or stick with traditional. I want to do... Oh, my end goal is digital. And I'm going to be taking either Proco's or New Masters course on like Procreate, all that stuff, whatever it's called, one day. And that would be so much easier to stream, right? It would be a shame that I'd have to let go of the camera. But anyways, but I do want to really hone in on my traditional skills before I head over to digital, because digital is wonderful. It is its own, you know, journey in and of itself. It offers different challenges. Some things are easier than traditional. Some things are harder, you know, all those fun kind of trade-offs. The main thing, though, is that it's really easy to build bad habits on traditional in terms of art in general, such as constantly undoing or stuff like that, right? It's not like detrimental and it's not super common, but I want to make sure I have a really strong foundation before I go over there. Because at the end of the day, I want to be able to draw anything anywhere. Now, will I eventually, like, my biggest projects and aspirations be in digital? Yeah. How about yourself? Do you think you're gonna go digital once Drawbox is up, or do you think you're gonna stick to the good old fashioned? Either is completely valid. I just feel like I have more freedom with digital. Just in the same way, more freedom comes with more responsibility and choices. Now that you can do anything, you got to do everything. Oh, this pin is dying. The smiley face over here to bring it back to life. Like, for example, drawboxes and pin to help you get used to mistakes, to think about your lines before you make them, etc. Those are really good habits to have. Art. Because say what you want about digital or whatever, right? At the end of the day, pressing Control Z 100 times, yeah. Not gonna stick with traditional. I love the feeling pen and paper. Digital is too fancy for me. I love it. Honestly, what I've seen a lot of people do, and I may even do it, is they do their initial sketch in pencil and stuff on paper, because they just love the medium, and then they scan it and then finish it up in digital, like touch everything up, stuff like that. That may honestly be the go for me. Regardless, I love all of it because it gives you yeah, digital is hard to get used to. Yeah, that's what I've heard. Then again, I bet you people who have used digital for a long time, the traditional is hard to get used to. It's a different medium, you know? Just as watercolor is different from sketching with a pencil, yet they complement each other in so many ways. I'm really happy with this one. I feel like I finally understand it. And hey, how about after this we look at some lesson 2 critiques for this and see what we can get away with. Cool. Oh man, guys, look at that. I'm happy with that. Let's add some contour lines. So this one's only slightly away from us. Plus, a big part of my mentality in terms of this pin is so dead. In terms of learning digital, is half of it is the program. Okay, not half of it, but a large part of it is understanding the program and what it can do. And I learned video editing by making YouTube poops and stuff. When I was like, I had a Minecraft YouTube channel. Shout out to actually, you guys can't find it because it's all unlisted. Maybe I'll show you guys one of those videos one day. I was literally like 10 when I had this, right? I had tons of videos. I deleted so many because I was an angsty teenager after that. But yeah, anyways, I learned a lot of my like video editing and like all the stream material was made by me, and it is I've never taken like a Photoshop, a Paint.net, a GIMP, anything before. I've just used it for so long and taught myself the basics and done it so much, and I want to avoid that when I do digital because oh my gosh, it's such a grueling process. Or not even grueling, it just takes so long when you don't have like someone to be like, here's how you do this effect, here's how you do this effect, you know, stuff like that. And for those who are curious, everything that you see right now was made in Inkscape, a vector image editing software. Vector is different from raster because raster you do pixels, but vector is unique because you use practically what is math. Vectors, for those who don't know, is basically a vector has both direction and magnitude, to quote a somewhat popular individual. But yeah, vectors can store helpful point information. And so what vector image graphics do is they store everything in terms of practically what you can think of equations. And so you can upscale it and the equation will solve itself at that scale and then look really good because it is lossless. Like, yeah. And so that's why I do it for my stream materials. And that's how we so easily upgraded from 1080p to 1440p is all I had to do is just say, hey, do this. And that's after years of learning that Paint.net can't do that. Accidental, like learning how raster actually works, stuff like that. So yeah, the more you guys know. I'm a huge proponent of free information. So like I said early in the stream. So if you guys ever have any questions about how the stream works, you know, what software I'm using, how I made it, please let me know. No. Probably should have let that ink dry. Nice. I have to be careful because like I don't want to smear any of the ink so far. After a while, it really does just feel like you're tracing on top of the surface. Like, I don't even think of it as like, oh, this is a... You know, this is turned this way. It's just, my intuition has grown to the point over Drawbox where it just feels right. I guess it's the same intuition of when you look at art and you're like, that doesn't look right. That person's face is at a weird angle, stuff like that. This doesn't feel right in hindsight. I think I did it too much. Like, we put an ellipse here. It should have began from like right here. So let's actually try to dissect that, and then we'll get it. Man, I kind of wish I did this as like an actual attempt because this looks really good. So this, like, maybe you'll see the edge of the, that. And then we're gonna see more of it. Nice. Now we can do some of those topographic lines. And do them correctly, jeez. Yikes. That's gonna transform over there, and this is gonna turn away from us. Fun stuff. I really like this one. Dang it. Hey, that means our intuition's growing though, right? So, cool. That concludes our basically what is a warm-up. Man, we should do this more as a warm-up. It was really fun. Delano mentioned last night that we could start doing these as warm-ups as well. I'm not too opposed to. Now, there are like some glaring, like, what's going on there? Issues, right? Like, I also think that half of that was my pin. But like others were... Cool. Okay, so, why did this happen, right? What is going on there? What are these creases and why do they happen? Because this crease was somewhat correct. This one was somewhat correct. This one was very correct. This one wasn't. So let's look at this very correct one. Why does that one feel so good? And also, yeah, this should have been turned away from us, so it should have ended a bit earlier anyways. What's the relationship? The actual silhouette would have gone like this, right? Just a sharp turn right there. Pulling at the scared red pin. Why does that occur? Because it worked. I mean, that's undeniable, right? What we can do right here is just say, hey, these darker lines are the ones that we want to treat as the actual contours. Cool. So, what's happening? These occur at somewhat sharp turns, right? When they rebound really quickly. Rebound, even though that one was questionable, right? And I think it's because, I mean, intuitively, I know it's because we can see all of this. And for this... So... we'll just do a normal run right here. Okay, so we have that one. And now what we're going to do is one right here and then down there. So I'm going to travel like this. Like so. Now, should we have done it in a different color? Yeah, probably. But yeah, this one is going to curve. I think it's because of the degree at which that turn happens. So, for example, right? This one I'm going to know is going to happen right here. And then... and that one, I'm going to go down here and then over. That's not technically correct. It should have been, yeah, like this. But anyways, besides that point, we have this curve right here. I think it's because this, where it sits, forms that. And that's one part of a very steep, sharp turn. Yeah, because we go from this high degree to a lower degree. And so while this could exist like this, just this contour, what I'm saying with this line is that there's a contour that exists behind it that, you know, smaller. There's still material back there. Yeah, this could have been... Actually, that's somewhat correct doing it like that. So yeah, interesting. I think we're getting to a point, though. This is slowly becoming easier. We just need to think out before we do it, so... Fun stuff. Very happy. Man, guys. Testament to how much we've grown. Let's keep it going. So, yeah, let's do the assignment. Where I used earlier. Thought I smudged ink or lead on because I put on another piece of paper with a lot of lead. Oh my gosh. What the heck? Listening to this Dragon Quest video, and there's this dude with like a super small face. Like facial profile, but a big... Or like... Big area on head where face could go, but tiny face. Like, that's a bit silly. Anyways, let's change the music, get a tiny bit of water, and then... I mean, we've practically... The stream's been going on for 50 minutes, so we'll set the timer for, what, 45 minutes? And we'll probably go over. Yeah, cool. And yeah, I'm just gonna start it now. Because that gives us 135, which is a tiny bit above our lowest, but it's near par for the course, so we'll do that. Big chilling. What did I say that? Okay, what is this? This looks very peaceful. Oh geez. Oh, it's that kind of jazz. I'm not sure if I... It's like the really like chaotic jazz. I can't read it. It's not that I can't, it's just I don't want to take the time to, you know? Like there's that saying that there's not art you can't understand, it's just you don't want to sit and try to, or you know, like all that debate. Yeah. This is a very beautiful picture. Let's see if the music is good. Okay, I like it. Very pretty picture. Where was this photo taken? Currently in the island of Phuket or Phuket. Funny. Oh my gosh, it's in Thailand? Beautiful. Ah, wonderful. Amazing. Let's get to it. So, ooh, some strings plucking in the background. Okay, I'm sorry I can't stream this because, you know, copyright, but very cool music. I appreciate it. Put all of our other stuff over here. When did I put my binder over there? I guess I did when I was getting more paper. Oh, I just realized if I'm gonna make this website, or I'm gonna use Angular and I may actually like get a server hoster and like actually make it an official website. It would be fun. It means I'd have to pay for the domain though. Anyways, I would have to make a landing page. I'm not a fan of UI, I'm not gonna lie, but not my strong suit at least. I'm very much like those C programmers, like the dude who invented C or like C++. If you like look at his like portfolio website or just his like about me website, it's just like plain text HTML or like Times New Roman using the Google or like serif fonts. Anyways, cool. So let's do a big sausage form. Let us ensure that we don't clip the page, and let's try to stack them as high as possible, which means let's do some, like, the bigger they are, the better. That's kind of the mentality with this. Hopefully, so. As such, most things are in Drawbox. Not too happy with that. That's okay. There's a bit of a dent over here if it was actually turning and being uniform. But actually, before we start this, I'm going to look at some lesson 2 critiques and see what people are getting yelled at for. I think it's a fun habit, not necessarily good, to you know, see what other people are failing on and where you could improve, right? So I'm gonna open some submissions here. Out of respect for privacy, I'm just gonna read them out. Oh, these are a bit too fresh. I forgot, like, lesson 3 for, you know, that stuff gets graded like really fast because of like the sheer influx of lesson 2 and all that. It is it takes a minute. Here we go. Tofu. Tofu is the lesson 2 goat, I guess. Let me guess. Is this one tofu? This one's tofu. Tofu. Okay, so yeah, shout out to Tofu, because Tofu also did mine. So thank you, Tofu. So yeah, scroll down. In fact, since I mean, we shouldn't really care about who the grader is per se, because they're just doing the assignment correctly and doing it incorrectly. This person had an excellent submission, might I add. Out of respect, I'll keep their name quiet. Good job on their part. Extremely good intersections, even though they could have intersected stuff a bit more IMO. Their stuff was pretty spread out. It looks like their organic intersections were a tiny bit rushed, I'm not gonna lie. Such a hater, but since you guys don't know who I'm talking about, this seems to be the copy and paste kind of. I think I might go to Dio's lesson 5 critiques. Image box. I've not seen this website in a minute. This person did a pretty good job. Dang, nice. In lesson 2 with that kind of understanding, you're cracked. Anyways, yeah, I'm gonna hop over to lesson 5 and see the critiques that are happening there. Sorry if this is a bit boring to watch, guys. We're gonna scroll really high in the lesson 5 chat so I can, like, because I've already read most of the recent ones, probably the last 7 or 10 submissions. And of course they do, you know, suffer from repetition after a while. That's just how they work. People make the same mistakes. These critiques can only get so detailed, even though Dio goes out of their frickin' way to do some great critiques, I will not lie. Okay. Organic intersections, these are working pretty well. You're capturing how the forms slump and sag over them, like filled water balloons. You're showing a strong understanding of these forms existing in 3 dimensions, not as flat shapes on a piece of paper. When building your piles in the future, think about dropping each form in from above and how it will fall into the pile and rest in the position that feels stable and supported. So that's a goal. For the most part, you're doing this well. Try to avoid forms that are precariously balanced, like the one at the top left of this page. See that one? Yes. Okay. Here. This one does do a really cool, it's like a bird's eye view almost. It's not like front and center like mine is. Also, this could be moved up a bit because, like, there's only so high we can stack them because most of them happen right here. Anyways, very cool. Only doing visible inner contours. Then again, most of their contours are only visible. Yeah, they're drawing through their form pretty well. Cool. Well, I made a couple minor edits that I think well, I had the image, I made a couple, but I flipped the direction the contour curves show the form leaning against the form behind it, leading fewer, which makes the form balance. Oh, Dio traced it over. Whoa, Dio, you're insane. Give me a quick second. And we're back. Sorry about that. Pretty boring part of the stream anyways. I mean, I'm just talking. Oh wait, that's every stream. Done a good job of drawing a shadows and consistent light source. Cool. Okay, so believable weight and dimensionality. This person does an extremely good job, but when they kind of like wrap them around each other, it actually looks interesting. About having a plate in front of you with a sausage form resting on that plate. Each form about dropping it in from above. That's another time we've heard that. Okay, cool. Your current approach involves sometimes trying to sneak forms underneath forms you've already drawn, like this one, but if we set these forms to weight them. Water balloons. Okay, you're doing a good job of projecting your shadows boldly. They cast on the surface below. Aim to have shadows on a given pile follow a single consistent light source. On the second page, and the forms will be casting multiple shadows in different directions. Cool. And let me just take a better look at this person, how they did their contour lines. They are drawing it really large, which is very helpful. Ooh, this person, great job. And great job on their animals, too. You appear to be thinking about how gravity affects your forms. Most of them are slumping and sagging the forms to the stable position. I think that specific the exercise that assumes room for the great growth is the application of shadows. So yeah, isn't horrible. Cool. Okay. Nice. Yep, okay, I'm feeling pretty good. Let's do it. Actually, I should have counted, like, how many forms that people were doing, because I just like having a good 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. This one's not really applicable because theirs is more of like a bundle. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Wow, they went really bold with that one. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Ooh, and they did an excellent job. Demos too. Oh, look at the little iguana. There's that iguana. It's like some kind of lizard. Excellent work. Oh, a hippo frog. I just realized, I was like, that's not drawn correctly. I was like, wait, no, it's a hippo frog. That looks really good. Okay, anyways. Cool. So, now it's intimidating, right? So, I guess we could start as the usual. Let's try to make this one absurdly large, too. Yeah. I think that's about a victory. Not the best. Oddly shapen over there. Could have been more curved right there, but overall it's okay. I want to do one of these again just because I like them. Maybe we could do one like... Because yeah, if this whole area is flatter, I want to do one that goes like this. This one's going to have one of those indents, because the degree has a bit of it. It's going to be very small, but you'll see it. Now it's just a question of where. Yeah, that could have been a bit curved more, but I think we're fine there. I don't think I respected where this is turning that much. In fact, I think I failed pretty hard in that regard. Because yeah, what this is saying, this isn't draping along that, so yeah, I think that's actually a... So I guess we should do our contour lines before we get started, so let's do that. Yeah, that was a bit rough. Take a quick sip of water. Can't go wrong. Still tastes like soap though. Let's also move this one higher into the page too. Cool. Okay, let's do one of our favorite larger ones. Actually, yeah, so... I hate going clockwise, but that's the easiest way I can see to accomplish this form right here. We're just gonna leave that one there. Not all contour lines are necessary. We learned that in lesson 4. Cool, so now we can actually have some guidance as to the line and what we're about to put down as well. So like for this, right? Got a bit wide over there because I was so nervous about returning properly there. We need larger ones. So now we can, let's actually try to... Honestly, it would almost feel better to do it like this. Nope, that was a bit too narrow. I think that one's okay. These still hurt my brain. Me too. But hey, glad to see you here. Now our brains can hurt together, sadly. Maybe I shouldn't categorize my streams by brain hurting. Maybe that's not a good idea. You know, if only I could just made that one a bit less like that. Talk about precarious, that one's a bit misshapen by gravity as well. What if we had one like this? Go over, and then we have this, and then we are on the ground. We go over. We go like this. Now we're on the ground. That was the moment of truth. Should be a smooth curve, or this, and then a sharp curve. Let's see what's happening to the degrees. We have a larger degree here. It's going to turn away from us like this. So a larger degree here, and then we get narrow. So the question is, does this curve go this way or this way? Because something happens here regardless. The question is, what happens? It's definitely going to have this kind of curve right here. Let's worry about the contour, I guess. Just what happens afterwards. We do this. That'd make the most sense. I think it should have been smaller, but I think that's okay for now. I still think we'd be able to see that, so. Hmm. These pinches are strange. I'm gonna leave it there for now. We have one trailing over this and hanging off right here, and then going down there, but instead going like this. Just trying to see if there's like any way we can maximize the number that are here. If we put something right here and then we could drape something off of both of these, it'd be difficult, but it could work. I'm not sure if that was the right decision or not. At least let's get started here. Can go over here and there will be a crease. Will there be a crease? I think it's because the angle's not matching with the pinch. Then what would that look like? And the angles of what? Not in like an aggressive way, just like a curious way, right? You make a great point. I just don't know how to do that with my brain, my tiny little almond-sized brain. We'll leave that for another stream, maybe. Unless you're typing up the solution right now. I don't know. Let's see the pinch. The curve and the pinch not matching. Yeah. Okay, I see what you mean, yeah. Like the sharpness of right here with how it's turning and the angle it's turning away, and also this line. Yeah, I get what you mean. Something just ain't right there. I get it. I see what you mean. Very astute. I'm too dumb to capitalize on it. Okay, so we have this, and then let's see. I don't think it would curve down. I think we're just gonna see a... We can actually kind of cheat right here, but we're not going to do it. We could adjust that to whatever we want. I think they're not following the contour properly, but it could be... No, I think that's valid. My contour lines aren't following the actual contour? Because if so, yeah, because like I feel like this would go back here. There would be one right here, and then there's one like really small back here, and we're kind of caught in between those two incorrectly, so... I think you're onto something. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Dang, only 5? Jeez. We need more. We need more. I can definitely see one happening like right here. But then it would just have to end right there. Like we don't have much room for it, right? And I said we could trade, but I don't see it solidly. So also this, maybe the hump shouldn't have been that severe. Huh, interesting. We're experimenting, we're thinking. Maybe I'll scan one of these one day or take my tracing paper and we can go over this contour wise and then try to figure it out. It's like chess, you gotta think like 3 steps ahead. 5 steps ahead. However many steps ahead. We gotta think a lot of steps ahead. If we laid it across like this, it'd be behind that one, but over here. Or could do this and this and have it behind that one. That would be a bit severe, but I think it's doable, so let's do that. So it's gonna span across this. Then we're gonna go over here a bit, and then we're gonna go around. Make it nice and thick. But also respect that little hump that it has right there. Since we're gonna have a large back arch. Cool. Oh, yeah, no worries. It's a failure on my part. That does inspire me to make a Discord one day. For communicating these kind of things. That's a thinker. Also, I'm picking a new song because the stream's been going on for a while and both my compilations have ended. Nobunoko. Or Nobunoko. I don't know why I add another O there. Shout out Nobunoko. I love Nobunoko's art style so much. Colors. I think this is the best, like, style colors, yeah. But like, yeah, that's one of my favorite parts about their style is the color. Yeah, you know me, Delano, how much I suck at Discord. Suck at a lot of things involving social media, in all honesty. This looks pretty. Okay, no. The Toro, come to Mexico. Oh, come on, that's so obviously AI. There's this stream I recommended on YouTube. It's called Guitar and Piano Relax Music, Study, Work, Relax, and like... Oh, dude. Ooh, found a new post-rock album. Looks like it's called Koko no Gadan, Japan. Interesting. And actually, the first lick wasn't very post-rocky. Just heard it for a second, so. Anyways. Oh, Kenichiro Isuda. It's so gross. It's like, I know the whole AI thing always gets brought up, like not only every stream, but everywhere. Just, dude. It's like, it's not even that, like, you could like AI or you can not. It's garbage. It is just actual, like, nothing I enjoy. Got an AI art cover and then the songs are just junk from Spotify, yeah. Exactly. Like, just random mixed garbage. No thought behind it, no selection, no anything. Like a while ago, I was looking up on Spotify, not Spotify, on Google. I remember it's from one of the, what's it called? promptathons, and I was looking up. It was like a potion shop. I was looking up potion shop inspirations. I talked about it on stream as well, so I'm practically repeating myself. But like so much of it was like really bad. Like it was like, I'm not gonna lie, and I'm not a hater, right? You can generate very realistic looking AI scenes or like things that look really cool. They were not. It was like they stuck 2 gigabytes of RAM into a potato and like shouted AI prompts at it until it made an image, and then that's what it gave us. And now that's on the front page of Google. The first, like, get it out of here. Okay. Okay. Cool. This looks like an accident, but is it actually intentional, which is a bit strange. I want to do something over here, but like, there's not much I can do. We could do our beanbag. Or we could just do one like kind of facing away from us, turning away from us. Which is not something I've really done before. So, let's do that. Because we're going to see one part of the orb, because remember, most of these organic forms, or sausage forms I should say, are 2 orbs connected by a uniform sphere. So we have our uniform sphere here and a uniform sphere here. Say that 100 times fast. And now we have to find out what points the spheres end, and we can start drawing the tube. It's a very chicken before the egg kind of feeling. I think starting over here would be easier because then I can see where I'm going. And if we start at the halfway mark, it's hard to go wrong, but also that means we have less sphere to work with. So let's say we want our sphere to be right here. That means we'd have to travel like this. So we're going to move it a bit inwards. And move it a bit towards the center sausage. Cool. This, and we really want to emphasize that curve, not be scared of it. This circle kind of failed, I'm not gonna lie. So maybe we can make it turn away from us a bit, so it means a big curve. Now kind of tracing that. Now we have our sphere over here. Yeah, I think it's really out of perspective, but I think we tried. I know we tried. Didn't do the best job. Okay. It's a disgrace, it'll never be human-made art. Interesting. Because that assumes art is a competition, right? And that is to say that there's a, you know, a quantifiable end objective and scale for art. And I'm not going to say there isn't, right? But it's an interesting question because beat or better. When do we start assigning beat and better to AI art or human art, right? Because like you can't say objectively that something doesn't work, right? Like for example, my head constructions, there were certain places I weren't putting certain planes and that made it incorrect. But that's also the debate between style and stuff, like, oh, it's just my style. There are objectively incorrect things if you have an objective, right? Like if you have an objective to draw a human skull and you do it completely wrong, put all the wrong markers in the wrong places, then it's objectively wrong. But is it bad because it's wrong? You know? Sorry, I've been playing too much Talos Principle. But yeah. This... Let's shape this up a bit. Remember, we're not going to try to make every line like super dark to imply that's in front of the other one. We just want to make those slivers and make it look somewhat coherent in those batches. It's like right here, that one's thicker, and then right here we want to make this one thicker. It's so right there. And then this one we don't need to do anything. Not too much ink smear either, which I'm happy with. Trying to look at it from like far away or like with glances to make sure I can like make sense of some of it. And I think there's some pretty good coherence here. It flows quite well. This is a bit rough, but I think we got it. I'm happy with that. So this is our first one. I think we succeeded pretty well here. We could have occupied a bit more of the right side of the page. We did 1, 2, 3. Oh my gosh, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Oh my gosh, guys, look at that. I think this is one of my better ones yet. So yeah. Oh yeah, let's do a review. I've been meaning to do that, and I think this is a good stream to do a review. So let's do a bit of a review. I said that like 3 times already. I apologize. Cool. So we haven't done a Tom Fox like overall review. Then again, I kind of want to wait. Anyways, so this is lesson 4. Lesson 5, apologies. Organic intersections. This is oh my gosh, it's already August. Stream 165. I feel like I'm doing like captain's log. God, I'm such a nerd. I apologize, you guys. Oh, I didn't put a stream number down there. Silly goose. Cool. So, basically, treat the center line of your organic forms as a ellipse with a degree. That determines the rate of how fast it turns or anything. So, treat center line of I don't know what to call this next one, so I'm just going to call it the contour occlusion lip. And it's this thing. It's whenever you have a form like this, and then a form going down. It's that right there. That's the contour occlusion lip. It's like a little lip. And sometimes it's far, sometimes it's close, depending on the degree. We could do another one with a smaller degree. So this one's going very much towards us. Like that. Like a donut or something, I don't know. Cool. Which is too much sci-fi stuff, know when a robot is a robot. I know, we have like this intuitive sense. That's a robot. What else did we learn here? We gotta figure out pinching, but for now, pinch line seems, because we're not sure, but it seems to occur at higher degrees. So for example, that would be a pinch there compared to this. Small. Small pinch for a smaller degree. Large pinch for a larger degree. We're gonna leave that there. Yes, pinching, we got it. So that's our general idea. We don't know the whole formula yet, but we'll figure it out with our help from our sci-fi experts and resident pinchologist, the dazzling action. Alrighty, guys, so extremely successful day today. We practically did 2 of them. I'm not gonna lie. We played around. I kind of like this one more than this one. It's much like free because I was like not as scared to do stuff like that. But yay, we did the first one right. So yeah, plans going forward. We're gonna try to stream on Sunday. It's gonna be tough. It's gonna be rough. We may have to do an early stream. We'll figure it out. Because I am on my own schedule, so I can choose to go to my university whenever. It's just harder to pack up an entire PC the night before, right? Which is sad because I love the summer, but I also love my roommates, my school in the future. So we'll see what happens. Am I nervous? Yes. We'll do it, right? Thank you guys so much for joining. Kat and Dazzling and Delano and whoever else might have appeared and I somehow missed. Thank you guys for joining, especially you guys for entertaining my philosophical inquiries, which will no longer happen. It's a nerdy thing. I apologize. I just love it so much. Anyways, yeah, so everything being said, thank you guys so much for watching. We're gonna be streaming tomorrow, same time, same place. Bye for now. See you guys.